Well, hey, we're here, and it's going in the morning. We're trying to do something quickly, and I just want to kind of share you about Thingsburg. You know, there's 3 Thingsburgs that we have here. This is the one that is being taken off to go into the main area where the original floor. I'm supposed to stay away from Thingsburg in another area, but this one they kind of take things off. This they haven't moved yet, Mr. Ubi, and so that's kind of a neat thing about what's going on with him. It's one of those things that he is just having he is so much fun, and what I love about what everybody's done here is and the 2 areas of Spawn Hill and Thingsburg. As you can see, I'm in the 2nd floor, and then there's another floor that you go underneath, and at that point you can kind of go in what you're doing on that. So it's one of those things where you kind of have it, and of course he just goes on and on about what's going on in this area. Anyways, this is Mr. Ubi, and he's going, "What the heck are you doing in my house? Are you looking for something? There's nothing here about me, man." Anyway, it's kind of cool. He's a funny place, and the owners had been away. It was really interesting as Seal actually talks about this when he was starting to, just without him getting, the big guy like he was now. But anyways, for a while he was living in a flat. He was in London, and it was actually legal to do that at that time. And so when he says that, hey, that's just the way it is. Actually, in London, that's exactly the way it is. So you don't want to keep your house empty, or you're going to have someone who's just going to take it over, and it's one of the scary things about things like that. Anyways, so as you can see, he goes ahead and says, "If you don't leave, I'm going to say these words," which he does, and he goes over and over and over and over again. Now, what I was trying to do is I thought, well, there's got to be a place where I can, stop and say, okay, I can go, I can make this thing happen. And it didn't happen. It's like, oh my goodness, what's going on? No, please get me out of here. Please get me out of here. So finally I thought, you know what? I got to get out. I can't do it. I was trying to see if I could actually even hit the resume, and not there. You can see it's like it makes you do a hard out. Okay. So that's the thing is, so you got to kind of go right back in again. And go, okay, that's what I'm going to do. It was crazy. But anyways, but I wanted to show you the rest of this. As you can see that the guy is still there that can take all your stuff away. And also you can see that the bird's been taken away. And anyways, excuse me. And also this has been taken away. You can see that tunnel has been taken away. That's actually been moved into another location. Anyways, but there's also, this hasn't, I don't think has been moved, but a lot of stuff is here. You can see everything is kind of, when you come in this area, is kind of in a disarray. And so that's kind of an area where they are working on, but it's again, they're working on a bunch of other areas which are just phenomenal. And anyways, Mount Doodah, things like that. It's just they're as I said, I've gone into it. You can see that I've gone in those areas, and there's an awful lot of stuff going on. You can also see that over here, what's neat is that there's Nomer told me that there was 25% people who belong to this game are premium members. So it's kind of a nice what's going on there. You can see there's this big rock in there. There is a big rock. It's actually, there's some type of ball actually in the dump that I've shown. And sometimes it's there and sometimes it's not. You can see anything that's in the sandbox, that's been taken off. And also, this area I've actually gone into before. And what's happened is that I can only go inside. I can't show you from the outside where it is. I've been told to stay away from anything on the outside on that. So that's what I do. Anyways, there's also, this has been closed off. And again, what I wanted to share with you is there's also an area that is going in, and you can see that it's and I miss it, of course. And so basically what happens is that I go in, come on, you can do it. What I wanted to share with you again was that this area has been closed off and has been moved. So this is, you can see you can't get in, and it's because it's been moved. So again, the reason I was showing all this to you is to just let you know, hey, of course the library, they've closed it, but as you know that I was given permission to go in the other day, and I actually show this to you later on, the library. One of the questions someone had was, is the hotel going to be on 3.0? I asked, I was told they wouldn't give me they wouldn't give me an answer, which is good. I like that. If they gave me an answer, they know that I don't. They know that I want to tell you everything I can tell you. You can see the rotation station has been moved. So again, that's why I'm always inside the rotation. I can't go out and show you what's on the outside of that. So that's why you don't see me going into rotation. You see me in the rotation station. There's a reason for that. As you can see, the basketball thing is gone. It's not there. It's moved also. So, and also the sign, as you can see, there's no sign there. Here that says, hey, we're getting that. That's been moved. You can also see that that's been moved. This is moved, and this is moved. You can see that this gym has been moved, and you can't get in there on there. So I just kind of want to share you on this. Now the Thingsburg warp has not been moved, because if it was, then if I would click on Thingsburg, it would go to the new Thingsburg, and it's not, which has made it really nice for me, because it would be very hard for me to get into this area if I wasn't able to go any other place with that. So again, that's what's going on that area. So anyways, so those are some of the things that are going on. The other thing that we missed is that we don't have the antenna. That's been moved. So again, you can see that things closer. You can also see the football that was over there. That's been moved. So again, there's just an awful lot of things that just been moved and all that. So I know everybody's going, oh my goodness, when is things going to happen? When are we going to see? It just seems like you see little snippets. But I kind of want to go over to Thingsburg and kind of show you here what has been here and what's not been. So you kind of got to go, oh, okay, now this makes more sense. Okay, we're back in the library. As you can see, this is my favorite. Polyhex and Ulta have done just a phenomenal, off-the-scale, incredible job on this. And I just cannot tell you how much I love this place, as you can tell. I come in here every single time I can basically do that, so it's kind of neat. Again, I have to go back. They've told me to stay away from a certain area, so I do. You can see, I think there's a Milton, go out Milton. Anyways, it's kind of a cool thing. They're having a lot of fun with Milton, so it's you can see greet, hand out, things like that. So it's concern and nerd, blush, think. Anyways, it's kind of a neat thing what's going on in this area. So anyways, that's what's going on that area. And of course, I have a hard time going, come on, you can get out there. Come on, you can do it. Anyways, we're back over here. As you can see, we're over there. And so anyways, what's kind of neat about this is that I wanted to share you this. Look at how beautiful the stars are. They are just absolutely, they give you extra points. That's the thing, is they give you more. They give you lots and lots of stars. So that's the thing that's kind of neat. So they're starting, you can see that part of the economy is going in. For whatever reason, I'm having a hard time. I was trying to get up and over in another area, and it's just like, no, it's not happening. So anyways, it's just one of those things. But anyways, I just love What's It Woods. What's It Woods to me is the most incredible place ever. It is one of my most favorite places ever. But again, you can see I usually can get over there with no problem. So I don't know. Maybe I just was. It's really weird. I was having a hard time here, and then later on I'm in the juice bar, and usually I can't get into the shelf. And I went right to the shelf like it was no big deal. So I don't know. It's just one of those things. I'm sure that there was just one little tiny little thing to do, and I would just do it just fine. I came in over here. You can see that I love these little creatures that are going in. I just don't. if you go and you hit them enough, you can actually go in and get them. But I didn't. You can always go ahead and when you get in here, you're doing that. But again, I just kind of wanted to share with you on this. One thing I really like, as you can see, is that this really has an awful lot of really neat stuff here. I love that tunnel and what they're doing with it. Also, I try to go in. Usually, I have no problem going across there. I do get, wounded a little bit, but this time it just wasn't happening. So, anyways, that's okay. Anyways, just wanted to go in there. You can go in and go back through again. And so those are just some of the things. Just, you can see the blue sky on there. What's nice, though, is that it is darker in here. And the reason for that is because it's because the parts, all the game are separated. As you can see in the game that you're in, you're always like going to one spot than the other. One thing really neat is you can go right over to Ballyhoo Bluffs, and it's really kind of cool what's going on over here. I love it. There's a spot that I haven't been given permission to share yet, but that's okay. I'm sure that they will at some point allow me to share it, but maybe not. There are a couple of areas that I'm not able to share what's going on right now. So anyways, right now what I'm trying to do is go in. It's really kind of weird. I was trying to put in the area for the rainbow path so I can kind of go around and kind of show it on there. But whatever happened, I hit the wrong thing and it put me over here. It's like, what's going on here? So anyways, I try again on this, but as you can see, I just kind of had to go and say, hey, this is crazy. I've just got to go ahead and put that in there. But anyways, that's kind of the thing that's going on in this. So anyways, kind of go again. And then, actually what happened was that Ulta was in the house. So that was kind of neat. I got to say hi. And it's one of those things. I'm usually by myself in here. And when I do these things, but Ulta came in. And Alta's doing the library, and with Polyhex, there's another area that Alta's doing that is just phenomenal, and I hope that at some point I can show it. I've been practicing in there to try to make it. It's got it a little difficult, but anyways, really kind of neat. I love Rainbow Path. Rainbow Path is going to be part of the economy. So it's going to be one of those things that's going to be kind of neat that you'll be able to go ahead and do also. As you can see, it's kind of there. If I teleport, though, it's really weird. It will go out on a straight line. It's kind of a weird, that thing. It is real. People ask me, is that thing real? And it is definitely real. What's nice about this is the way I like this rainbow path is you can see that you are kind of in your own little area. And it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to handle rainbow path. Because it can kind of go anywhere. You can just kind of put it on autopilot and it can just fly everywhere, literally. So I'm not sure how they're going to handle Rainbow Path for you guys, because it's going to be, you can see that they have a thing around it. I think what's going to happen is that when you go into Rainbow Path, it's going to make it where there's going to be some artificial walls. Because what happens is if you go on this, I can go on this and I actually can hit the other lands and I can go into all that. And I don't think they're going to, I don't know, maybe that's a cute way of doing it. I don't know. But you can see that it's extremely hard to maneuver around. It's one of those things that is just very hard, and you have to literally, you're stuck. It's like that Mr. Ubi. You have to get yourself out. You have to completely take yourself out of the game and go back in. It does not go into resume. It doesn't, it's crazy. So one of the things I really love about this thing is the juice bar. The juice bar, where's I want to go over it again, was kind of just to review this and say, hey, this is something incredible. One thing that was kind of neat, though, is I was thinking, let me just see if I can get up there. And I was like, again. And then I was suddenly, bam, up. Then there's always something you can get. And but I just think, hey, I just love this shelf. I love what they're doing. The details that are in here are just like with the lights along there. It's just incredible what's going on in this, and I just absolutely adore this place. It just makes me feel it's just more and more exciting of what's happening, and you can see that the thing is just it's just the colors and just the detail just blows me away, and I'm just so. I feel blessed that I'm able to be part of this game and part of what's going on. I went in there and I went into this other area. And what I did was I really enjoyed this is the Paul Bean Park. You can see that everybody can kind of go into this also, but it's kind of nostalgic, you know, hey, let's go back in. You can see that it goes in. You struggle and you go, oh no, and you don't move whatsoever. So not the right way to work things on that. Then of course you've got something up there that you can go ahead and do that. But again, it's one of those things that you guys have got in there. But I'm just saying you can kind of go back to nostalgia. You can see the colors. Like when you look at the juice bar and how much more richer and how much more vibrant things are. And then you kind of look with the beginnings of it and you can see kind of where things were on there. And that was kind of the thing. Anyways, what I wanted to kind of share with you, I want to go over the thing. As you can notice, I went into into Rotation Station from inside, because there's some things outside that I can't show right now. So hopefully at some point I will, but again, there are certain little rules and regs that I'm told to follow, and I try very hard to follow them because I want the place to be a surprise. And you know, if Polyhex wants to share it, then that's fine, and then I can get. But I don't want to be the one that shares it, and then and then you know, Polyhex goes, "Hey, you showed something you weren't supposed to." So try to be very careful. There was one time I did show an NPC accidentally, and so that was you know, was told, "Hey, don't do that." So anyways, I don't. So I try to make sure I always talk. We have another Discord that is just reserved for this one area, and what's really neat is that it's just one of those things that we just go ahead and just, hey, we're just going to go ahead and talk, and that's what I do. And then go ahead. You can see how fast and how high I went on there. It was like I was thinking, oh, I'm going to go thinking it. It's like there's an extra oomph that kind of happens, but you can see kind of jump down and just go, okay, that's what's happening, and we'll just go from there. So anyways, this is it. This again, I want to go over it again. You can see that I kind of go over, and you can see that, oh, you miss it, and it's okay. You know, it's one of those things you just kind of go, hey, you know what, it is what it is, and we just go from there. And then we just kind of go again, and we just kind of go, just try, no, not gonna happen. So anyways, that's kind of the thing that's going on. I just wanted to kind of go over it. We're kind of finishing up. I just wanted to thank you so much. And, you know,